Bum, bum, bum. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another GameItAll.com podcast. My name's Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino25.
And it is episode 20. So, whoa,
No,
20.
Let's add some more numbers.
Definitely much more numbers to that. It is
So we're going to tack
episode
on
50. Yeah, 76 for Friday, July 14th, 2017. A lot of special news actually came out today, especially in regards to betas and some game changers that we've seen, some demos. But there is one thing that's very important. One thing, if you get from this podcast, if you're watching this live, or if you've been following any of the social medias, there is a free game alert right now.
Yeah, it's almost a $20 game.
$20 game. It is also an amazing game. So let's not forget that. Jolton, I'm probably...
No, there's no L. It's Jotun.
Jotun. Yeah, I knew I was mispronouncing it. It's, Norse mythology. It is a fucking awesome game. Highly recommend it. And it is free on both Steam and Good Old Games. So get that now.
For the time being, I'm guessing it's going on full price on Monday, and it's going to be like $16.99 good old Canadian and probably like $12 American.
Well, it actually kind of been set to the same price, but for some reason it's just free this weekend. So, jump in and get it right now. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, but on Monday it'll probably go back to regular price.
Yeah, it'll go back to its $20 price.
Well, yeah, it'll go back to $16.99.
Or yeah, exactly. So, betas. We're gonna have a lot coming up. We know Destiny 2 has a beta coming. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has a beta coming, and of course, Call of Duty World War II has a beta.
Yep.
We're all really excited for them because this is going to be our chance to actually get our hands on with them. Really see what the servers are going to be like, how the game's going to be, what kind of upgrades that they had from each game. Especially since, in consideration, all three games, well, Call of Duty is Call of Duty, but
it doesn't change.
It doesn't really change.
It's like war. War never changes. COD never changes.
There is a change from the last set of games to compare it to this one. So we'll give it that at least.
All right, we went back to 2008. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, we did. That was it. We went back to 2008, and everything's,
Yeah, when Modern Warfare was still fresh in our minds, going, "Holy fuck!" And Treyarch's doing what?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Treyarch's going to be doing anymore. Black Ops is over, right?
Yeah, they're probably going to do something different.
Anyways, we're back to World War II.
Well, they could do World at War II.
They could. That give us a different
perspective.
Different perspective. Still, the Black Ops, mechanic and area. Yeah, good job.
Buzzing.
All's good.
All right, good for you, bud. But yeah, they'll still have the Black Ops mechanics, and essentially they could do a World War II game. And then, what's Infinity Ward going to do next? World War II also?
I don't know. You know what? I'm going to reserve what's going to come after, depending on how well World War II does.
But World War II is going to sell. Because it's different.
Yeah, it's going to sell because it's what people have been saying they wanted. They want back to boots on the ground.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. People were bitching for the longest time. They were like, "Oh, we're done with World War II. Give me something different." And then they take it away for a while, and then they're like, "We want it." So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to just wait and see then. But I don't know. I'm very interested in World War II. Looks like it's going to be great. The thing that I'm actually more interested in regards to World War II is the upcoming zombie mode. They still haven't fully announced it yet. We know it's there. But the reason why I'm very interested in this one is because it looks like they're actually going to try to make it like a horror game.
Yeah.
So with that, and also look at the pedigree of Sledgehammer Games. They were part of Visceral. They, in fact, the people that are in charge of Sledgehammer were part of the Dead Space series. They are actually part of the ones to get it moving. Yeah. So Call of Duty Zombies, I'm expecting to have a Dead Space feel, or at least something that is actually going to be horrific or scary. And, you know, that does go with the rest of how the game has been kind of progressing, where it's like, oh, hey, we're going to go super dark this one. And we're going to give you like a realistic war. That's what they keep saying. You know, they've taken away the hide behind a corner, suck your thumb, and heal yourself.
So pretty much Battlefield 1?
Kind of a Battlefield 1 take.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, if it works for Call of Duty, then sure. I'm all for it if it's going to work. And
I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Because COD is literally pick up, run around, shoot the crap, and then you're done.
So we don't have a date for the beta or when that's going to actually take hold. Likely it'll be before November because, you know, that's when everything is going to be coming out.
I'm guessing next month.
Probably next
end
month.
Of next month.
We're going to hear more, especially by the end of next month.
Yeah, they'll probably give a date. It'll probably be at some point in early September. And we'll go from there.
So let's talk about the ones that we do know, which would be the Destiny 2 beta. Destiny 2 beta is next week. Very quick, or it's coming up very soon in this case. And let me get the proper information of what's going to be part of this. Because it sounds like it's actually going to be a proper beta. And here, just one moment.
It's not just multiplayer.
It's not just a couple multiplayer maps. There is going to be the one story mode mission out of it, which is pretty much going to be the setup mission, the beginning mission for Homecoming. So we're pretty much going to see the fall of our home base and how that's actually going to translate into the actual game.
So Nathan Fillion's going to give me a speech?
Oh, yeah. If the speech isn't there, I'll be disappointed. But hell, I do have the game pre-ordered, so I will be jumping in whenever I can on this. And I will start streaming this as well, as long as it's allowed for us, which should be from everything I'm hearing. What else do we have? So there's a couple of things that we'll be able to see in here. There's going to be a social hub, a brand new one, because, of course, our main one got destroyed, which is called The Farm. Now, The Farm will only be open for 1 hour on Sunday, July 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific. So it's gonna crash. That's what they're trying to do. They want it to crash, though. That's the thing. That's the beta. They want to make sure. Let's break this. That's what they're trying to do. They want to break it so that they can make it better. And that's exactly what's happening. And most of the vendors and services will be offline. But as Bungie said, our goal is to see how many of you it can accommodate at once. So everyone, for 1 hour, everyone hop in, jump into the social hub, and just break the game, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Now, aside from Homecoming, we also have a 3-player strike called the Inverted Spire. And also, we do have 2 multiplayer-focused modes for Countdown and Control, which each will have a specific map designed for the modes. And this is also going to be our chance to get to play as the 3 Destiny character subclasses, the Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. And I don't know. It looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like a proper beta where they want you to break everything. It's not just a demo of the game.
Yeah. We will see.
And, yeah, so that will be running if you pre-ordered the game from Tuesday the 18th on PS4, then on the 19th for Xbox One players, and then open beta will start Friday the 21st, and then end on the 23rd. So that's great for everybody like PS4, Xbox One. For PC players, you're going to have the beta later on, likely going to be August. All right. Okay. And Destiny 2 is set to release on September 6th, 2017, looking to be definitely a huge improvement on the first one. It does seem like Bungie has kind of learned their lesson and is working towards it.
Yeah. We'll see.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how that's going to turn out. One that we do know is a giant improvement over the last Star Wars Battlefront. The new beta, we now have a date for it, which the game is going to launch November 17th. The beta is going to be from October 6th through 9th, or October 4th through 9th if you pre-ordered the game. That'll be for both PS4 and Xbox One. Now, we know that we will get at least one map per different game modes, in which the different game modes that we're going to get is Galactic Assault and Starfighter Assault. So we're actually going to get to go into space and fly in the various vehicles, destroying each other. It's going to be great. I'm very happy for that mode. Space battles were a highly missing feature of the first one, and this makes it better. It's automatically, there's definitely a boost up. So what we don't know much about the Starfighter Assault mode at the moment, but we do know that the Galactic Assault mode will feature the E3 battleground on Naboo, where you'll be playing the droid versus clone army. So if you watch the E3 segment, you can check out our video of it. It's late into the EA section. It looked great. It was Battlefront or Battlefield with Star Wars, and that's exactly what we kind of want.
Pretty much. Well, it's a dice battle. It's a dice Star Wars game. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. And that's perfect. So we do know that we're going to have several different classes that we'll get to play as, which is assault troopers, heavy troopers, officers who can buff teammates, drop weapons, and specialists who can snipe and plant traps. Also, some heroes will be available. They haven't mentioned which heroes will be joining in on the beta. Due to a recent leak of some information, sounds like there should be some interesting ones coming through, but nothing that we can fully confirm at the moment. Sorry, just 1 second. So with this, here, what else do we have for that? Let me find that list of characters, because the characters that they've mentioned, we have up on the site, and it's a very decent list. It's actually full of characters that we do want to play as. It's heroes that we do want to have in Star Wars. Of course, we all know Darth Maul was one of the major ones that was announced during the show. That he's likely to be a playable hero when it shows up. Here, one moment.
How is he a hero?
It's hero? They call them heroes or heroes and villains. Okay, here's the list that they have. So this was a list that was released onto Reddit, which had these characters show up in the alpha. Nothing has been fully confirmed as of yet, aside from the characters that we do know, like say, okay, I'll list off the characters we do know coming first. Boba Fett, Han Solo, Darth Vader, the Emperor, Darth Maul. We know Captain Plasma showing up as DLC later on. Yoda, Rey, Kylo Ren. Now, of the ones that were not fully announced, oh, sorry, I missed Luke Skywalker. Right? How the fuck did I miss him? So the ones that weren't fully announced that we kind of expect to show up anyways, we had Leia, Chewie, Lando, and yeah, that's about it from the list. The ones that were brand new to the series altogether, we have General Grievous and Bossick. Bossick was, if you've watched Empire Strikes Back, during the scene with all the bounty hunters that's going to go after Han Solo, he was the crazy lizard-looking guy. So yeah, he looks badass, and a lot of people, especially from people that know Star Wars lore, they all want to play as him. So
yeah, for sure.
One character that did also make the list was Iden.
Jar Jar Binks.
Iden, not Jar Jar Binks, and I'm surprised he hasn't made it. I kind of want Jar Jar to be in it, to be honest.
The game would fail.
No,
people would literally not buy it.
No, one, it gives you the chance to kill Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, but they'd be protesting the streets.
It would give you the chance to kill Jar Jar Binks, and he'd be like a joke character, like say Dan.
Oh no! Wait a minute! Whoa! He could be DLC like horse armor.
Well, all the DLC is going to be free for this one, right?
No, they would make you pay for him.
They make you pay for Jar Jar. Yeah. Okay, sure. I can see that. That sounds fun. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. October 4th, if you pre-ordered, and if you didn't, it was the 6th until October 9th, and then the game releases on November 17th.
I'm gonna wait.
Well, dude, jump into the beta, just give it a test, and
why? I played the first one. It's gonna be the same thing.
Give it a test. Plus, it's good to have like a group of people streaming. I'd like to have friends streaming with.
Wait a minute! Whoa! Then I have to pay for a subscription thing.
You probably should, anyways. You get online play.
Yeah, but what am I gonna play online?
Star Wars.
I got time for that shit.
Loser.
What?
So that's those were the big betas that we had. So the three of the biggest games that are coming this year out of a already impressive game year. So now we have that. This is going to be very interesting to see how they are all going to turn out. I'm hoping for the best on all of them. Mainly because I do have all of them pre-ordered and almost paid for.
Everything else is I have a bunch of other shit pre-ordered, so.
Yeah, the E3 sale just got me, man.
Because this year's the year of the racing games?
Yeah.
Because I'm picking up 2 of them, and I'm hoping the third one goes on sale. because I'm not paying full price for Project Cars.
True. It's well, Project Cars is great, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm paying full price for Forza for sure. And I also want GT. We'll see if they can revitalize GT. Hard to say.
So, one of my favorite games right now that I'm playing, that's free to play, by the way, Ghost of the Shell First Assault Online. I'm a big enough Ghost of the Shell fan that I was going to give this game a shot anyways, and playing it, I adore it. It's probably one of my favorite shooters on PC right now for just free multiplayer fun. And the game is going to have a major update coming up that is going to be pretty much a game changer for everything. First of which, 3 new recruits, brand new characters made specifically for the game. Now, we've already seen 2 new characters to the Ghost of the Shell lore from the game, and they've been very accepted into the group. Well, at least one of them. The other one, everyone hated his special power. The EMP grenade is just awful.
He's a pussy.
But we're getting 3 new operatives. First one is called Rico. She goes into cyberspace and allows you to sneak up and pop out and then knife people, or just pretty much be a sneaky stealth motherfucker. Yeah. Then we also have Satara, who can use a drone to highlight where people are located and also use it to attack, from what it appears in the trailer. And then we have Azuma, who's a shield, pretty much tank character. Summons up a shield in front of him that you can shoot through, but other people can't shoot past. So he looks like he's going to be a really fun character, actually. Probably my favorite character of the 3, but I love the tank character anyways. And if those 3 operatives were just going to be the only change, that wouldn't be something that would be newsworthy for this. The big thing that's going to be different is that the game is going to have an overhaul of the character classes, because, well, it's going to introduce the character class at this point. Previously, you had a operative that you jumped in who each had a different power. Like the Major had invisibility, Bato had rocket launcher for an arm, Ichikawa summoned a turret. All that is staying, but each character is going to have a different class, which will focus on specific weapons and give a new dynamic movement. So for the first one, they have infiltrators. They're going to be limited to submachine guns and shotguns. And it's going to be Motoko, Paz, Kuro, Maven, and Rico as the set characters. Now, infiltrators, they have lower health, but they are, of course, they can go in, deal with people faster than everyone else. And that makes sense. That's fine. Plus, with a new slide mechanic, they'll be able to just go. It will make it faster for them to get to one location to another. Specialists, we have Saito, Togusa, and Satara. They're pretty much the balanced characters, and they'll be limited to sniper rifles and personal defense weapons, so like pistols, for example, and will focus on a double jump mechanic. And finally, we have the Assault. The Assault doesn't get a dynamic movement, but they have, of course, the higher weapons, the assault rifle, heavy machine guns, and you have the more focused, like heavier fire abilities, like Bato's rocket launcher, as mentioned, Boma's healing ability, Ichikawa's turret, and Azuma's shield. So On top of all that, there are some gameplay changes, of course, that are going to be affecting with this once the renewal update comes up. And it does look like this is actually going to be a really good game changer for the game. Like, even though as I'm already trained in just having like a normal Unreal Tournament style shooter, this looks like it's going to be much better now that there's classes, now that we have some of the new operatives. Operatives will actually have a free rotation coming through, so you don't have to just stick with one until you get a new license to get another one. Just one moment. My daughter's sleeping in the bed behind me, so that's probably what you're hearing on the background. All right. So, yes, standalone complex, First Assault Online. Once this update comes through, I'm definitely streaming it. I do enjoy this game thoroughly, and I highly recommend people to just even test it out, because it is a great shooter, especially for free-to-play. And Nexon has been doing such a good job when it comes to this that the game does deserve a lot more praise. Like, when I first heard they were doing just an online-only shooter, I thought it was going to be poorly done because of a previous affliction with Nexon, with how their servers were handled, and also because Ghost in the Shell to me was always a single-player style game.
Well, yeah.
You had a story that was trying to focus on, like, what is a soul, how does everything kind of work together in this new age of technology. As a multiplayer game, it is just well done. It is well balanced and focused for like a fun, like just a fun play, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on that one. You haven't tried it at all, have you?
No. I got time for that shit.
Give it a shot. It is a lot of fun. It's free to play. Just play like 2-3 rounds and be like, oh, okay, this is good. And then
I saw you play it. I was like, okay, cool. Then I went on.
All right. So, yeah. Here's one thing that is not game related that I want to talk about, and that is some news out of D23, which is the big Disney Expo. We're waiting on the information for Kingdom Hearts from the studio, like from the Expo, because we do know there is going to be an awesome Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer coming out. Now, the one thing that did come
date?
out, maybe still fingers crossed.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
So there is one thing that's going to be very interesting that has come out, and that is Wreck-It Ralph 2. Now, we already know that the title for Wreck-It Ralph is called Ralph Breaks the Internet. And it does involve Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope going into the internet and just causing havoc. So we do know that there is a brand new character that is supposed to be the heart and soul of a trend-making site called Buzzaholic. We all know who that is, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And we also know that there is going to be a very, very interesting scene involving the Disney princesses. So Vanellope actually gets to become a Disney princess, is what we're seeing here. And, that is going to be a sweet moment, I think. We do have apparently, and all the original voice actors returning for Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Tiana, Rapunzel, Moana, and Merida are all going to be somewhere in this movie apparently, and that is going to be very interesting. Wreck-It Ralph 2 so far is looking amazing, and that is going to be available March 8th, 2018. So it's coming along. That's fairly soon, I would say. Another little less than half a year.
Yeah.
And we also know that the Tomb Raider movie is well into production. In fact, it finished the basic filming. So that has now a release date of March 18th, 2018. So we'll be seeing that in the near future as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more press and crap coming on that pretty soon.
Yes. So
because they're going to have to start promoting the shit out of that movie.
Yeah, and we do have the one of the first screenshots on the website right now. It's one of our top articles at the moment. I highly recommend it. She looks damn spot on for Laura Croft, the actress. Oh, hey.
Podcast?
You want to watch the podcast?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be asleep. You're going to cute everyone out now.
Hmm?
Yeah, you're going to cute everyone out now.
Look at
So, yeah. This is my daughter. She's probably going to be streaming with me at some point. Going to be very, very entertaining. She's already a little gamer, as we've expressed during my Valkyria Revolution review, where she cleared three bases. Good job.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. We do have a little bit more time here left on the podcast. What else are we missing here?
There was things. Well, we finally got a full release date for Gran Turismo Sport.
Oh,
it's coming out October the 18th, did they say? Or 8?
He was losing the voice.
Okay, so October 18th?
October 17th.
October 17th.
Not the 18th.
Okay, yeah. Gran Turismo should
October
be
8th,
very
October
very
8th. October 18th in Europe. But the 17th
should be very interesting to see, especially we want to see if it fixes a lot of.
Well, it hasn't really been Gran Turismo since 4 on the PS2. Last generation Gran Turismo was just a complete shit show because they waited way too long, and then also Turn 10 came and creeped into the into being awesome and essentially replaced Forza as the game to play for racing.
That's true.
And Forza 7 seems like a force to be reckoned with compared to compared to Gran Turismo. So I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with it, but I'm kind of disappointed that there's only 125 cars or something.
Oof.
It's kind of a joke.
It's
like 100 and something.
It's definitely not a number.
Okay, it's gonna have 100. It's gonna have 177 cars, but that's a freaking joke. Like,
yeah, that's not enough. Like in comparison to Forza, that still feels like.
Well, but like if you look at it, the older Gran Turismo games had over 1,000 cars.
Yeah,
this is feeling like it's the prologue all over again because they're like, oh hey, look what we can do, and people are gonna pay full price for it. It's not gonna be a full game. Yet again, a big old disappointment. So I think Forza is gonna win again because they have that pretty weather this time. weather.
Yeah, racing.
So.
Racing. I am dreading Game of the Year this year. It's just there's too many actually good ones, and in a lot of cases, not a clear-cut winner.
I know.
Look at Horror Game. Horror Game is not
a crap load.
It's not going to be an easy one. Plus,
because there was Resi.
Already look at we already have a top 5 for best games of like Game of the Year nominees.
It was crazy.
And usually by this time of the year, we're like, okay, this one is an obvious winner. This one is an obvious winner. But this year we have at least 5 already that are obvious winners that they should deserve at least some sort of award. And that's like Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
All of those like definitely deserve to be up on that list. And
there's some massive titles coming out soon.
Yeah,
they're coming like
Resident Evil 7. Also, forget about that one. Yeah, and there's some massive titles that are usually populating the Game of the Year as well. That just they are coming. We know Destiny's coming. We know Call of Duty's coming. We know
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed's coming. South Park. It's
fucking Cuphead.
It's all showing up there. I am thankful for one thing though. Ni no Kuni 2 got delayed because I am expecting Ni no Kuni 2 to do extremely well. But and once again, it's now into the next year, so I don't have to worry about it being I need this in my life.
Yeah, but the first couple months of next year are going to be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's
because February, there's freaking Far Cry.
There's Far Cry, Ace Combat,
Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World. Dude.
They want your money.
Yeah. Here, let's go through the list of the games that are coming out this week. I'm expecting it's going to be fairly low, but
yeah,
because it's at the time we're at this time where it's we're not going to have as many games. So let's see, we have for January 18th, 2017, we have Fallen Legion for PS Vita and PS4, Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, and on the 20th we have Lone Echo, and on the 21st we have Splatoon 2. So
you said January?
I originally did. I said July after. I fixed myself.
Okay.
I did fix myself.
January.
So
you said February.
I said February at first. I said July after.
Okay.
Probably fucked up somewhere else, but it's okay. Anyways.
Probably.
The 18th, Fallen Legion, Yonder, 20th, Lone Echo, and 21st, Splatoon 2 for the Switch. So Splatoon is probably going to be the big one of the week. Also, for PS4, we have Orcs Must Die Unchained coming out. That looks like it's going to be fun. And also, we have the PS4 version of Super Hot coming out next week. So, yeah. Ought to be interesting. Yeah. Just, there's a couple that are, big enough that it's going to be impressive, but nothing that really stands out except for maybe Splatoon 2.
Then you still need the Switch.
Yeah, you still need a Switch though.
And it's looking like a joke to buy. Yeah.
All right, and I think that's it for tonight. So I do want to thank our sponsor, HostGator. So if you need a website, and we highly recommend that you have a website, look like anything that you want to do online, you need a domain, you need a website, and you need a hosting provider that you can trust.
Well, no,
And-
that could fix your shit 24/7.
And also provide you award-winning 24/7 support. And that is HostGator, one of the leading sellers of shared reseller, VPN, and dedicated hosting services. They also have a WordPress dedicated system as well. WordPress being one of the best programs to start building a site off of. Really great. Now, if you use the coupon code GameItAll, all one word, no spaces, you can get 25% off your first purchase. And that is a great way to save money.
Well, yeah.
Saving money.
For GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino25.
And if you do like this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. And we will be back with further streams and, really building up our repertoire on that channel. Also, be sure to check out the What Were They Thinking podcasts out on iTunes, Podbean, and also on YouTube. And if you do have questions for the guys, for Brendan and Nathan, write to their Twitter account, and they will be able to answer that on one of their podcasts. Awesome thing that they're doing. It's a great podcast. If you haven't watched any of it yet, they talk about bad movies and even set up like a whole scenario of why this movie failed. So definitely take a look at it. Next one's coming up this Tuesday. Yes. And actually, what is the next one this Tuesday?
Stuff.
Should double check that.
I don't know.
This Tuesday is... The Lone Ranger, starring Armie Hammer and Johnny Depp. Yeah. It was bad. So yeah.
And that's why it failed.
All right. So everyone, thank you all for watching. You guys have a great night.
Uh-huh.